Oh yeah. Okay, I'm getting excited. Friends, welcome back to another Sunday Fun Day with me. I'm gonna run through 4, probably more. You guys know I always put some bonus content in here. 4 new products that I've been testing out and I wanted to share with you. I have my tea. I also needed to have a chocolate chip cookie because sometimes you just need a chocolate chip cookie. So I have that. I have my antioxidants here and my simple sugars, and I feel like they're gonna balance each other out. Science. Currently on my face, I've done my brows. I put a little bit of liner on because it's always a pain in the butt to put on while I'm filming, to be honest with you. And I put on one of the products. This is from Typology. This is their Glow Drops. By the way, no one is paying me to say the following. You are always getting my brutally honest opinion over here. It's not really usually brutal, but I just wanted to put that out there. It's important. This is not paid for, no paid placements. And if they ever are, I will let you know. So anyway, I have these little glow drops. It's a tiny little bottle. It has vitamin C, it has skincare meets kind of makeup. You mix it with a face cream, or you can spot highlight if you want to, which is, I mean, they didn't say to do that, but I've been doing that. But I have this face cream from them as well. This is their cream hydrant. I don't recommend this. I mean, like, I wouldn't ever buy it. They sent this to me under no obligation to review. The cap, it is like impossible to get this back on in a non-wonky fashion. I love the sustainability in their packaging. However, I have recently heard of some issues with that. I'm looking into it, but all of that said, this is an okay cream. It's not really heavy duty. If you're not looking for something that's heavy, this could be something, I don't know. I'll link it below, but either way, I'm trying to use it up, and I put a couple of drops of this in there, and that's currently on my face right now. So something that I've been doing is, instead of the Say Glowy Super Gel, I like it. It really is like a gel highlight, and it's kind of beautiful. The packaging and the black plastic, the more I learn, the more it's like nobody really wants to use that in a recycling facility because they can't make money off of it, so I hate that that's there. This has been something that I'm going to be using instead of this. Do I recommend it as a swap? Not yet. Wait for me to give you a full review scorecard, probably back on the site for this. If you're looking for something that's a little bit more eco-friendly and does a very good job, plus you get skincare and there's no coconut derivatives in the Typology product, then you can use it. As I go through, I think this is gonna be the thing that you're gonna want me to have a solo video on, but do let me know, viewer's choice, it's happening. So this is the Mod Beauty Foundation. I have it in shade Pink 40, which was weird because I'm like, pink. I've tried. In terms of application, I will have a scorecard post on this eventually, but in terms of application, I have used the sponge, I've just used my fingers, and now I'm using the brush. So let's see. The coverage is pretty impressive, just a little bit on the brush. The problem is with the swiping motion, I find it to attach a little bit to pores. So what I've ended up doing for my skin is pressing it in a little bit to not have that texture. And that right there looks so much better. It's really, you have to see a close-up, and I will do a close-up in natural light for you. This is a Fit Glow brush, by the way. I'm really liking this. Probably do that. That's it. There's very little product on the brush. So I'm seeing really strong coverage. I don't recommend the swiping motion. I recommend pressing in. But to be honest with you, which I always am, as much as I love what it's doing, there's something still off about the finish on me. I just also want to add that it doesn't mute the shine. So if you have prep underneath this, if you have a moisturizer or SPF and you want to put this on top, it's not pilling, it's working really well with the product underneath. And by the end of the day, most of the time, again, it's been about a couple weeks, by the end of the day, I would say that it looks a little bit better because the oils of my skin have released a little bit. My forehead's actually pretty dry because that's where I've been using this new retinol, not the one from Maya Chia that I mentioned in the last video. I like it. I'm just not getting the finish that I want. I don't know. I'm just not there yet. But I can see why people really love this. I'm going to continue using it. I do like using it for spot treatment. That's another thing that I love using this for. I think it does a pretty good job. And it will build up in coverage for you if you want it to, but you just kind of got to fine tune that finish. So if you have any recommendations there, let me know, because I'd love them before I do the full review, which I think I'm gonna do anyway, but you let me know if you want that. So I'm gonna take a little tea break here, matcha, and I'll just continue to get ready and talk through my other favorites. So this is the RMS eye lights, by the way. I got this in Sunbeam. I have this in Strobe. This is a very pink color. This is deviating from my norm. If you watch, then you know I'm crazy about this stuff. I haven't had it crease on me. I'm not saying it's completely creaseless for everybody. I think that's a very tricky statement to make. It's been great for me. Normally I wouldn't do pink on the eye. Pink eye. Warmer temps are here. I'm feeling it. That's it. I do everyday basic makeup usually over here. I feel like it's everyday basic. I know sometimes I add a little bit more and go above and beyond, but I've really been trying to pare back what I put on. I was filming Instagram Reels and filming get readies on Instagram, and I would do, I don't know, on average there's 13 or 14 products. I don't know, it's kind of a lot. And then I would finish the reel and post it and take all that stuff off my face and just put on like 3 things. Using up the rest of the Calorie mascara. It's a tubing mascara. I'm a fan. Is it as good as Thrive? I don't know. I still haven't tried Thrive. I don't know what I have against them, but now that I'm trying to do more eco-friendly and I'm looking for the mascara refills. I liked the Kjaer Weis mascara the first time around. The second batch that I got was not good. So maybe it's a batch and consistency thing. I might give that a try again. By the way, with my brows, I did use the Plume brow pencil. It's one of the only refillable brow pencils that is out there. Mechanical, that is, not just a classic brow pencil that's wood. But I've used the lightest touch with that. I'm starting to lean back towards it. If you press too hard, if you have a lot of gaps, it's not for you. You'll go through it so fast, it's not worth it. But I was pressing really lightly, and I'm kind of thinking that might be something that's back into the regular mix. I like the PYT, I do not like the black plastic. I was just thinking as I was putting on that mascara, by the way, maybe I can use a drop of face oil with the Ma Beauty and see if that works, because that's kind of been my magic secret or hack that I've used with other foundations that haven't worked for me. I just add a drop of face oil, lightweight face oil, and it seems to really do the trick. I'm convinced Kosas is never really going to do anything about their plastic situation until they're bought by another company or until we stop buying them, but I really love that concealer, so I'm really not helping the cause. Still, I found others that are a little bit more eco-friendly, so we'll see how that goes. So I've been trying it from superzero. I know normally I do strong B-roll here, but I'm just mid-trying these things out. So this is the superzero Hydrating Bond Repair Conditioner Bar, and then this is the Shampoo Bar for volume and shine. This and this together, honestly, it's some of the best I've tried in a long time. I have tried the Kitsch, the Viore. I feel like there's been, High Bar. There's been a couple of others. You all know that I've been on this journey to find these. So here's what I'll say. I've been trying it for 2 weeks. My hair looks very volumized today, again, because of the Velcro rollers. It doesn't give my hair volume. I'm not gonna say this gives me this volume. That would not be true. That would be false advertising. It did not weigh my hair down. I am 42. I have fine hair. It's color treated. I mentioned my age because the older you get, just your hair gets a little bit sad if you don't take care of it and watch after it. So I'm trying to be nicer to my hair, but fine hair, a lot of it runs on the dry side, needs a cut. Listen, I know. You can tell me. That's what social media does, but I know. So this did not weigh it down, but it also didn't squeaky clean it with the shampoo. I was really impressed with the shampoo. It's sudsed up. This shape works really well. It's just easy to hold on to, easy to put on the head. I don't go back and forth. I go in one direction or else it's like not city. So I use that, sudsed up nicely, and again, not giving me squeaky clean vibes. Had zero irritation. Sometimes when I use shampoo bars, I will have a little bit of irritation, usually at the base of my scalp. That's just something I've noticed recently. So I haven't had that with this either. I did notice something interesting. I'm not coloring my hair as often. There is a bond repair element to this too. Overall, my hair texture felt really good. It wasn't super soft. I don't like super soft and frizzy. It just felt, I can't put my finger on it, but it was different from the other products that I've tried, even the bottle shampoo and conditioners. So right now for superzero, I'm feeling very hopeful with these. I think I would still use them in conjunction with other products because I'm convinced my hair likes a change up every now and then, but I'm very, 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 very impressed, which is exciting. Gonna do a little bronzer. Something else that I've started doing, which technically is a product, and if you believe that stress has an impact on your skin, which like, hi, who doesn't? You believe that mind and body are connected, right? I do. I'm a big proponent of that. So I don't know what caused me to do this one night last week. I really don't even know. I just was clicking around. I got this app called Opal. You don't really need it. You have focus time on your your iPhone. But I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna get this app. It's supposed to block everything throughout the day. So all of the apps and the emails and all the rest of it, I never realized how addicted to my phone that I actually am. I know, but I was the person that said, granted, I work in digital media and social media, so it's kind of nuts. But really the worst culprit, I don't know if you're like this, but whenever it's slow at work or whenever I have a pause, I went to pick up a food order, I was in my car, I pick up the phone, I look at my email. It's the emails. It's like, who's emailing me? Why is this so important that you need to look at it every 5 seconds? Not even social media. Probably aging myself against the Gen Zers because they're not even into email anymore. That was my kryptonite. So I had Opal app. I'll put a link to that. I was using it. It's very effective. I have been more productive in the last week than I have probably in 2 months. No joke, not even exaggerating, and I exaggerate a lot. So it runs from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. It opened up and I gave myself an hour of just decompressing, clicking around, and I found 2 interesting things. I was shopping a little bit, and one of them is called the 5-Minute Journal. I feel like this was really big at the start of the pandemic. So I know I'm very late to the party, possibly, but I don't care. I read the introduction, I loved it. I love anything that has quotes that are really good, you know, it's kind of intersperses them. It's really nicely done copy. I've been using this and you just sit down for, 5 minutes. It's so stupidly simple and easy. You just basically write out, I'm grateful for 3 things. What would make today great? That's kind of stumped me, I'm not gonna lie. And a daily affirmation. And then at the end of the day, you do the highlights of the day. You train your mind to look for what's working versus what isn't. It's natural for us as humans to look for what's not working, but when you start training your mind to do it, you build new neural pathways. I am certainly not an expert. Read material out there that is backed up by studies. And I'm on actually, I think today's day 4, and I really like it. I really like it. And something that I noticed that I wasn't doing, this is the Necessaire body lotion I'm gonna talk about in a second. This is one of the other products. Something I noticed that I'm doing, and I think this is very common, is, just popping it on, is lack of consistency. And not even lack of consistency in everyday stuff like showing up for meetings or stuff like that, but more so lack of consistency when it came to me and showing up for myself. And what I mean by that is doing my breathing exercises in the morning, not overloading it. I feel like we're constantly tough on ourselves, especially women. It's like we're really good at multitasking and we wear ourselves out. Let's not be so hard on ourselves. Let's pick a couple of things and do it. And I just wasn't doing it. Well, honestly, for the past 4 days, including today, which is a Sunday, and usually I like to just chill out and do these videos and talk with you and have some tea, but I did it. I did my morning routine, and so I wake up and I have my coffee and my 5-minute journal. One other little thing, they're very little things. I do the Wim Hof breathing method, which I've now incorporated pieces from the book Breath into that too. It really is awesome, and it's 15 minutes, but you gotta do it consistently, and then I've been getting on the treadmill or walking outside. Is it because of the 5-minute journal? I don't know, but I'm on a good streak right now. I'm also not expecting perfection, but I'm very happy with it. And hey, we all sometimes need a little something to bring the momentum back, because I was feeling intense inertia. So that's another product that I'm loving this week. It's not a clean beauty or clean skincare, but I like it. This is the Necessaire body lotion. This was recommended to me after I tried some body butters that I wasn't crazy about. A couple of things as I'm learning with this. Bottom line right now, I would not buy this again. I purchased this product. That said, they call it a multivitamin for your skin. Marketing is fun. While I talk about this, I'm actually gonna try the Mob Beauty with a drop of facial oil. That should be interesting. I like the lotion. I actually really liked the lotion and thought it was gonna be a repeat purchase until I woke up the next day, or maybe by the end of the day, I noticed that my skin wasn't really that moisturized. It didn't last for my skin. My skin just felt a little, or it looked dry. It didn't stick around. And it wasn't even a full day. It was like midday, I could see dryness on my forearms. And that's not something, I was wearing a t-shirt, so that wasn't really brushing up against any cloth or material or anything like that. Whoa. Whoa, this is interesting. Otherwise, if you're looking for something that's not greasy, that doesn't have a scent, it claims to be really good for sensitive skin types and not breaking people out. It does soak in pretty quickly, very silky. It's pretty incredible in a lot of ways. I wish there were different packaging. It just doesn't stick around. It doesn't stick around. And I've been testing it now for about 2 weeks. So unfortunately, it's gonna be a pass for me. I'm discovering this real time with you. That's the way to do it. I'm pretty sure that's the way to do it. Obviously my skin loves a face oil, and that's gonna give it a little bit more of a glow. We're gonna give it a second. I'm tentative, I'm cautiously optimistic, but that looks much better in terms of finish. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm getting excited. Well, that's exciting because this would be so great. Look at that, you just put it in. Again, they're not paying me to say this. You just put it in here. I have my brown cake liner. Now I got the brown one. I love it. I'm wearing that on my eyes. Lasts like a champ. Haven't checked that out. I really think you need to check it out if you like an eyeliner. And then I have plenty of other Mob Beauty things that I can put in here. So if this keeps holding up, we might have an addition to Britt's picks. Okay, I have to tell you about the matcha. Something else that I've been working on is more green stuff. Not only am I going green with my products, whatever, I don't like the greenwashing stuff. I'm also trying to consume more green. So I have a Greek salad that I eat pretty much every day, which is saying something because I get bored pretty quickly when it comes to meals. If you want the recipe for the dressing, best dressing ever. Very easy. Let me know in the comments below. I've also started including this. This is a first impression, by the way, so don't go out and buy this. Because I don't know yet. And I am not a nutritionist, I am not a doctor, just saying. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. This is called Wonder Matcha. Wonder Matcha. And it has adaptogens and nootropics. Fine, cool, I get it. That was big like 10 years ago in San Francisco. Matcha has some intense antioxidants. I don't really like green tea normally, but matcha, for some reason, even though sometimes it tastes like grass, this has Japanese ceremonial grade matcha inside of it. It also includes ashwagandha. It's sweetened by monk fruit. I would recommend not getting the sweetened one. I hate aftertastes of fake sweets. So it's not as bad as stevia, but it has a weird aftertaste. The lion's mane mushroom. So I tried the lion's mane mushroom and the Four Sigmatic coffee. I actually have an old review for that on this channel. I remember being at work talking to my boss and going, I swear to you, this puts me in a better mood. And she was like, keep drinking it. So, not that I was in a bad mood, but it was like, oh my God, I feel energized and stuff. I think it continues to do the same. And the reason I started looking at this wasn't only because of the matcha. When I had stomach issues recently, I told you I had a probiotic that I started taking, which did help. It wasn't the end all be all. I started taking papaya enzymes. I think that really helped me out quite a bit. The bone broth, because I had zero appetite and couldn't eat, so I was getting Kettle and Fire bone broth. The mushroom bone broth is so good. It tastes nothing like your normal kind of basic bone broth, and there's lion's mane in it. And that's when I was like, oh yeah, I kind of feel like I have a bit of a mood boost. Is it placebo? Very possible. I don't really care because it's making me boost. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm definitely in a better mood. You probably can't because I turn it on for these videos. Although I'm sure it comes across if I'm really tired. Oh, wow, my lip line has been way off this entire video. That's cute. So all of that to say is I'm really liking it. I'm having it around 2 o'clock every day and it gives you a boost, but it's not a jolt. And the other thing is I find my focus is incredible. I almost feel like I have a bit of a second day. And I used to feel this way with the Four Sigmatic, but that was with coffee. Can't currently recommend any lion's mane only powders. I haven't tried them. This one is pretty great. I am trying, by the way, a new lipstick from a brand. This was sent to me called Higher, H-I-G-H-R, Higher Collective. This is actually a pretty cool brand, very clean beauty. However, there is, I think they have refills available. I gotta double check that. Wait, I gotta check. They're currently working on a refillable system. Would I recommend it? It's getting a lot of like new beauty awards and stuff like that. I'm not mad at it, but you all know I'm moving towards refillable. Even then, you know, I just need better recycling options or glass. Still learning. They are consciously minded. They are purpose driven. The shades are beautiful. I'm still testing this out. It feels really lightweight and creamy. And this is the shade Blue Jeans they sent for me to try. They sent a Lip Milk, which is a gloss, by the way, so if you're checking them out. I wasn't really a fan of that one. that wasn't for me. But this I think could be a good one. I just am looking for a little bit more sustainability. I'll dive into that and do some tests there a little bit, but I don't know what you guys think of this lip color. It's kind of dark for summer, but then again, it's sort of like a darker dusty rose kind of every day. I don't know. I've gone off on a tangent. I think we covered it. Pretty basic look, I think. I don't know what you think. Which one out of these products are you thinking I should do a full video review on? Again, I think it's gonna be the Mob Beauty. Let's cut to the natural light shot of that, by the way. Did somebody say natural light? It's pretty good. Welcome back. All right, so I think it's gonna be that one. I'm also kind of pushing it a little bit. If not, it's still viewer's choice. You all decide the content over here when I do a solo review, so let me know in the comments below. I love hearing from you about things like that. And if there are any eco-friendly, sustainable brands that you are loving right now, or you're like, I wonder what Britt would think of that, put them in the comments. I'm looking. I have Aleph Beauty on my list. I have a bunch more. There's a lot out there, and I also want to get these people on my podcast to just further amplify them in the community, but also to better understand their stories and figure out what they mean by sustainability, because as a consumer, it's still pretty confusing. I will talk to you all real soon. I'm sending lots of love to this community. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next week. Bye.